Somewhere along the way, many of us learned that growth must be forced, that healing is a project, that transformation is something we accomplish. But the soul does not evolve through pressure. It evolves through participation. Life is not asking you to wrestle your way into the next version of yourself. Life is asking for your cooperation, your willingness to be shaped. Think of a river carving stone. The stone does not decide its shape. It simply allows the water to touch it again and again, until what is unnecessary gently falls away. You are the stone. Life is the river. And the carving is not punishment, it's art. When you begin to allow life to change you, something remarkable happens. You become softer, but not weaker. Clearer, but not harsher. More honest, but not more rigid. More grounded, but less controlling. Your life becomes less about protecting an identity and more about expressing an essence. You stop fighting for the illusion of stability and start standing inside a deeper kind of stability, the stability that comes from being aligned with your inner truth. And this is the moment when surrender becomes strength. Not the strength of dominance, but the strength of authenticity. A strength that doesn't need to prove anything because it already knows. If you're listening to this right now, there's a chance you're in your own quiet season of becoming. A season where life is slowly rearranging you from the inside out. If so, take a breath. You don't have to understand all of it to trust the goodness within it. You don't have to rush. You don't have to cling to the old version of yourself out of loyalty or fear. You are allowed to let life change you. You are allowed to become someone new. And you are allowed to grow in ways you never planned for, but were always meant for. The quiet power of letting life change you. There is a moment in every soul's journey when the path becomes less about what you're doing and more about what you're becoming. A moment when effort can no longer carry you forward because what life is asking from you is not another push, but a softening, a willingness to be changed. For many people, this moment arrives quietly. There's no grand event, no explosion of clarity. Instead, it feels like a subtle invitation, a whisper at the edge of your awareness saying, you don't have to hold everything together anymore. You can let life touch you. And when you finally pause long enough to listen, you realize this whisper is not asking you to give up, but to allow. Allow change. Allow uncertainty. Allow the old parts of you to loosen their grip. Allow yourself to be reshaped without forcing the outcome. This is the quiet power of surrender. Not the surrender of defeat, but the surrender of maturity. Because true maturity isn't about control. It's about trust. A deep, grounded trust that whatever falls away is making space for what you're becoming. There is a phase on the inner path that feels like dissolving. Not painful, not dramatic, just strangely spacious. The habits that once defined you feel looser. The roles you used to play feel outdated. Even the versions of yourself that once felt secure feel like old skin you've quietly outgrown. You may not know who you're becoming yet, but you can feel who you're not anymore. And this in-between place can be uncomfortable, not because it's wrong, but because it's holy. Transformation doesn't rush. It unfolds. And in this unfolding, your job isn't to hurry the process, but to stay awake through it. Stay present. Stay honest. Stay open. Let life work on you.